It's fine. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Test 1. Sorry guys, I'm still sorting things. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gamestah TV. Sorry about the delays with us getting started, but we're just trying to sort things out and get ourselves organized. We are bringing you Rocket League action all night tonight from the Cybergamer Free Tournament. Monday Night Mayhem is what we're going to be calling it. My name is Crisis, and I'm joined in the studio tonight by a plethora of casters who all want in on the action, and why wouldn't you? Rocket League's a fantastic game. We've got EJ, Horizon, Neba, Super Roach, and even Bizer joining us in the channel right now. That said, I've given them an intro, but I don't know if anybody's going to be able to hear anything that they say just yet. So we're going to see how things go in just a mo and see if we get somebody in. Hello, everybody in the channel. Say hello.
What up?
Evening.
Hello.
Okay, so that does seem to be working. So that's all good. I'm very pleased with that. Everybody can hear me, and I can hear everybody. And I think I could see the levels going up and down on the stream while we're doing that. So, what is this first game that we're in? Neba?
Mate, we are currently going to be bringing you the match between LGN Rocket Team and the Rocket Squad. Is going to be the first matchup. They're going to be getting started shortly, so it's going to be a cracker of a match, I guarantee you that.
All right. So just sorting out our final things. I'm going to shift on over and see if I can get things up on the screen for people to see. And if anybody's watching the stream, let us know whether you can see us there. I think you should be able to. So we should be okay. I think.
Yeah, so look, mate, we're gonna be playing this. We're gonna be playing this one by ear, as we go through the night. So just bear with us if we've got any issues. Crisis, I do believe the Twitch chat is saying you are doubling up in your sound. So just take that into consideration.
Okay. How about now? Can everyone still hear me?
Yeah, mate, we're still good.
And now I shouldn't be doubling up on sound. I think that everything should be just about normal.
As normal as they can get when you're in the Gamestah crowd.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to sort out an overlay so everybody knows exactly who is where and what. So this is LGN Rocket Squad versus Team Rocket. So do we know...
they're about to actually go live in this one for the first match here, Crisis. This is an FYI.
Okay, do you want to just take it away while I just sort out overlays and things like that?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this one started, shall we? We're going to be bringing you LGN Rocket Squad versus Team Rocket here for the Monday night tournament on Cybergamer, of course. My name will be Neba, and Crisis will be joining us. Well, let's go through the team list very quickly for you. For the boys from Rocket Squad, the PS4 users, we've got Balkan, MK, Purge, and Tommy. For LGN, we've got Tough Love, Rookster, and Tall Kiwi, and we are underway in map number 1. I should be saying it's a best of 3 series. I think is what I'm trying to say there, Chris. So at the moment, the ball has been it's been kind of sitting in LGN's half at the moment. There hasn't really been much of a shot on goal there. Tommy goes up as well with Tough Love. Good little aerial from him there will allow him to push that ball forward, but LGN will be looking at pushing it back into their offensive half. Tall Kiwi with the shot goes off the left crossbar and will not be able to get it there. Great epic save from Tommy, and they will now be pushing it back in, and here comes the rebound from the boys from Rocket Squad. It's kind of an open net, and there's the first goal. Tommy streaming down. Let's watch that replay. He went from long range there, Crisis, pushed down, and there's the opening goal of the night. 1-0 Rocket Squad here.
Oh, nicely done. So Rocket Squad on the blue team.
Team Rocket versus LGN Rocket Squad. It's the battle of the Rocket.
And Team Rocket's on blue, right?
Yes, Team Rocket is blue, LGN is orange. I'm gonna be dubbing this one SpaceX versus NASA because it's the Battle of the Rockets.
Nice.
I think that's probably what we can do it. But anyway, so 1-0 here in favour of the boys from Team Rocket. But the LGN are swooping. We actually had all 3 of the boys from Team Rocket jump up in front of goal. Here's the centre. Tall Kiwi will be pushing that off the back wall, looking to put his team into a good position here. But Purgy will be doing very well. He's pushing that ball up, tries to put it in goals and just gets it across the face. And that ball now is just still in the side there, attacking half for Team Rocket, looking to push it. There's the centre ball from Purgy T, but they can't get it. And then Ball can't tries to push it, but great hit out from Kiwi. The field trying to get their score started. There's a shot from Tall Kiwi, but great goal defense there from Balkan MK. There's a bit of an open net. Purgy T comes screaming out from the backline. Crisis looking for that shot, and there's the aerial battle. Tommy goes up, he gets the hit, it is in, and Tommy has scored his second one. Let's watch that man as he flies into the air. Tall Kiwi went with him, but there's the little back flick over the top, and Team Rocket picking up their second goal and looking well control of this match.
Yeah, Balkan was looking to make sure that it went in, but in the end not required as we go back into the centre. It's 2-0 now. And we're just following Tommy as he goes around. He was the man of the hour getting that goal in. We've got a shot on goals, but he defends beautifully, pops it up. But the pressure's still on Neva because they haven't been able to actually clear it out of the blue area.
Yeah, but now they decide to put it out, but Balkan goes up high, gets the aerial shot, puts it into the centre. Great defense there from Tall Kiwi to clear that one out. The boys from Rocketsquad, from LGN, and they are looking to try and get their first goal. That's a good save from Tall Kiwi. They push it downfield, but there's the rebound. A big game of the foursome back happening at the moment. And there's the hit, the centre ball from Tommy off the wall. Great save from Tall Kiwi. The right place at the right time. He starts playing some billiards as he just knocks them away from that ball. And the defense from the boys from Rocketsquad here, Team Rocket, I should say, is doing very, very well at keeping LGN at bay here. Crisis. They're in control. They've got it down in their offensive half. Here comes the rebound. No, only one person back in goal. That's going to be Purgy YT. He pushes it out. Great save there. The goalie getting a bit of love.
Balkan getting up in the air. He wants to get control of the ball, but unable to do so. Tough Love is there, spoiling things. But Tommy comes through, sets the ball up, bunts it up into the air. Another aerial from Balkan. And unfortunately doesn't manage to put it away. So the counter-attack on from LGN, but it's spoiled once again by Tommy. The attack again from the blue team. Balkan, Tommy lurking. Rookster working hard in the goals there on defense. Balkan once again gets the cross, but it's too high and it's going to go all the way over. But Tommy's still there. They're keeping the pressure on. Can they make it 3-0 as the seconds count down? 40 seconds to go. Balkan with a beautiful aerial defensive move as the counter-attack comes from LGN, but it's turned around straight away by that great play by Balkan. He goes up, 30 seconds remaining. He's denied once again, but Tommy up in the air. Oh, he taps it through Neva, but unable to get it right into the goal.
Yeah, the time ticking away, 18 seconds, all that remaining. I think this one maybe get match one in favour of Team Rocket. Tommy goes up. There's the little boop just over the top of the goals. Can't do it. The defense has been very, very solid here from Rocketsquad, the LGN boys. They've, unfortunately, they're going to take this one. This is going to be map number one. There it is. Map number one, I should say game number one, I should be saying, in favour of the PS4 boys from Team Rocket. They're going to ready up and Crisis. We're going to be going into game number two. Of course, this is a best of three series. So LGN Rocketsquad, they've got a bit of work to do here. Their defense held up quite strong, I have to say, in the second half. And because of that, I think I've given them, you know what, I give them a chance here, a really good chance. I think if they can hold together and just capitalize on some of their chances here, they could be looking a bit of a chance here. But we're about to get going very shortly. It's going to be it's going to be Tough Love v
Whoa.
Tommy here.
How do I escape? Oh, how do I do this?
Crisis, press escape and get
There
out
you
of this game. There you go. Thank you very much. You are a commentator, sir, not a team blue. And just like that, LGN are put under the pump once again from Rocketsquad. But Rollstar, now he's going to push the ball down. Goalkeeper, Purge YT, comes out of goal. Pushes it back into the offensive half. Torquay goes up high with the aerial. Pushes it down, but actually all for naught as Ballcan gets his midfield working. Purge YT, I tell you what, he's a very strong goalkeeper at the moment. Tommy lining up the goal.
Oh,
Didn't
tough
even need
love,
to worry
not
about
able
it.
to keep
Let's
it up.
watch that.
Neva, he gets beaten by the ball, and that is a first goal once again for Team Rocket. That's 4 in a row if you take the series into account.
Yeah, Torquay, unfortunately, the rebound off his own teammate sent it towards goal, but Purge YT actually getting the better of that there. And that gives the boys from Rocketsquad their first goal of game number 2, I should be saying. And here they come once again pushing. They are not letting this momentum drop at all here, Crisis. They are trying to push it up that field and put LG and Rocketsquad under as much pressure
Tough
as
love
humanly possible.
going for a solo effort. Neva, sorry to cut you off there, but he's strongly defended, and straight away the pressure back onto the LGN goal. Purgy with a gentle little lob, makes sure with the aerial and gets the goal down.
He is what I like to call the offensive goalie. Just sits back inside of his goal and says, you know what, I want some of this action. Up he goes, drops it into the goal. Great aerial there. Nice shot from Tall Kiwi. And the boys from Team Rocket are looking to move into the second round here of the Monday night tournament. The top 8, as is the quarterfinals. And wow, they are making a case. I guess you could say the storyline, Crisis, is can anyone dismantle Sequential Gaming? Undefeated so far in their tournaments that they've been in. Will we see it tonight?
Oh, Tough Love and Tor Kiwi saw absolute blood for a moment there as they cleared their goals and then raced up together to set things up. Tor Kiwi's going to put it away, and that is a reversal of fortune for the boys from LGN Rocketsquad. Neba, they finally managed to put a goal in, and could the signaler come back?
Yeah, Tough Love there actually made that one work for Torquay. As he went up, he just put the tail on and booped it over the top of the Rocketsquad. To the boys from of Team Rocket. Rocketsquad are not out of this one yet. Only 1 goal behind, and still a lot of time to be played. There's the center in front of goal, but great clearance there from the boys from Rocketsquad. Tough Love pushing out. Purge comes out of goal once again and pushes that ball back down the field. Crisis. The Rocketsquad boys, they are not out of this yet, but they've got a bit of work to do there. Great shot from Ballcar.
Defensive move there by Rookster in the air. Make sure that things don't turn back around on them. Tough Love now carrying the ball up, Neba. He's been cut off, but Tall Kiwi comes through, gets the centre in, but again, Purgy playing the goalie clears things out. The ball's kind of floating about now. Tommy takes a shot at goal from long range, but it's easily defended. Balkan flies across, trying to get the aerial onto it, but Purgy once again having to take over the defensive duties. Twinkle Toes right now gets spoiled by Tall Kiwi, and Balkan is there to make sure the ball gets cleared, and the attack is back on for LGN.
The ball gets popped up by Purge, and up goes Tall Kiwi. That was an open net if he could connect, but unfortunately couldn't put card to ball as it was. And here come the boys from Team Rocket once again pushing further down the field, but Rocketsquad are not letting it out of their offensive half. They are really wanting to get in this action here, and they really need to get the next goal. You would think with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, the ball is now just laying out in front of the orange goal. Tough Love pushes it forward, and they go up. Purgy will push it away. Purge YT, or Purgy T, I think. Purgy T probably is a bit easier. Oh, the center jukes. Tall Kiwi, though, will clear it out. And 1 minute, 50 seconds between a possible elimination for Rocketsquad or going to map 3. We'll see how they go right now. Tommy, though, he's playing very well at that offensive half here, Crisis. And Rocketsquad looking to go towards the center.
Yeah, LG and Rocketsquad really need to equalize to force an overtime at the very least and stay in this best of 3 series with 1 each. But it's looking very, very difficult for them. Less than a minute and a half remaining, and the defensive work from Team Rocket is just so strong right now. Tough Love next to carry it up. He's on his own there. There are 3 players defending from Rocketsquad, as you saw Torkiwi fancying his chances, getting himself set up with an aerial into the center, but it was not to be. The center didn't come through. Tough Love now trying to carry things through, but Purgy once again on the defensive work. He gets up into the air, makes sure the ball gets cleared. It gets lobbed back over by LGN, but they're able to get it up into the blue area, but not able to really put it away. Now this is danger time as Balkan and the boys. Tommy ball comes through off the center from Balkan and puts it away. That is 3-1 and 42 seconds remaining, Neva. I'm not sure if the boys from the Rocketsquad are going to be able to come back.
Man, Tommy just waited at the back there and just took his opportunity as soon as it is, as the Mexican commentators would say, goal! And that will put them up, as you said, 3-1 crisis. So the boys from Rocketsquad here, Team Rocket, are actually looking at moving forward. And their defense, as you said, has been impeccable. They just drop all 3 men back, and LG and Rocketsquad have not really been able to crack that nut. Oh, great intercept from Tommy. It's going all the way. Watch him. He just pops up as, who was that? Tall Kiwi tries to pop it over the top, and it just goes back in favor of the boys from Team Rocket. 4-1, 20 seconds remaining. That should be the GG. And Tommy, if we check out the scores, Purge YT, I actually would have to say, would probably be one of my, my 3 votes, but a very close second from Tommy at the moment.
All right, into the last dying seconds of the game. Consolation goal on the cards for the boys from LGN. They try to get that in, but once again the defense is up, and straight away we've got 3 players on the counter attack from Team Rocket. They are pushing hard, but in the end time runs out. They're not able to put away a 5th game. And Neva, for a first game, fantastic play from both of these teams, but in the end it is Team Rocket who go through.
Yeah, Team Rocket will be moving on into the further into the bracket. They'll be playing Let's Decide later. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end our first broadcast, but don't go anywhere. Keep inviting your friends, get them in here. We got more Rocket League action coming with you, and more boys from Gamestah to be joining us soon. So don't go anywhere here on Monday night, Mayhem Rocket League style.
Yes, it looks like it'll... You're very welcome, mate. It's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's going to be another top game here. We've got the top dogs of OCE at the moment. That's Excessive Force. You put up a good showing last tourney. I'm excited to hear Crisis. No worries. We have two teams here today on Sequential. We have Pinor, Soma, and Stony. Stony being a fill-in, but just as good as the rest. On our other team, who is Excessive Force, I'm not sure they have the same team which they had last time, but they've got Oblitzero, Toxic, and Jado. This is going to be quite a good match. Sequential have been playing quite a lot. I don't think they've been screaming. I don't know what Excessive Force have been up to, but I hope they have trained hard. This is going to be a big match.
All right, so just trying to sort out various sound issues at the moment. Just want to make sure. Can you hear me just once at the moment, or can you hear me twice, Horizon?
I can hear you once, sir.
Okay, fantastic. And I think I should be coming through on the stream now as well. So we'll hop into the game, which hasn't yet started. So we're all sitting in spectator mode. I think the boys from Sequential and Excessive Force are waiting for us to get ourselves ready. Which we pretty much are, right?
We are certainly ready. I'm very excited for this tourney. Been waiting all week.
Yeah, me too. And I was hoping that I'd be a little bit more organized by the time we got to the game, but unfortunately it is not to be. So just got to switch things around in my... I've got to swap things around because we got Sequel going on to blue and Excessive Force going on to orange.
There we go, kickoff is off and away with a conflict ball going into Soma, or getting the deflection there, nice and clean. Pino going for a 50-50, getting it up nicely. We are going back towards the excessive half now. The ball's up, no contest on the aerial, and a miss by Jado. Pino gets it across. Oh, no one there, a bit of a good save, lovely. Pino chips the ball up and over and in. What a shot straight out of the bat from Pino.
Alright, so if somebody's in the Twitch chat can just tell me whether or not you're getting game sounds or not. I think you should be, but if you aren't, you need to let me know whether that is the case or not. So straight into it again, Horizon, we are 1-0 at the moment for the boys from Sequel, and they are once again on the attack with Soma carrying the ball up.
Yes, Soma's doing really well as per usual. We expect some good play out of Sequential. Hope Excessive are up to date with this.
Nice little lob comes in, but the defense is there from Oblitzero, and he clears it out as the boys from Sequential look to make it a second, but unable to do so at the moment. The ball sitting up for a little bit. Stoney has the duties. He's got to carry it forward. He almost picks up a goal just like that, as across the field Soma goes flying, trying to put it home. It's still only 1-0 at this stage, and you can just see that with the shots on goal, Sequel very, very dangerous tonight, Horizon.
Yes, Sequential Gaming are always really switched on. Looks like we've got some latency issues by Jado as well, which is going to make it hard for him. And there it goes. Soma flying in again, getting it home on another big aerial. These guys are just so strong in the air. Look at that. Premeditates it, flicks it over the top. Almost makes it look too easy.
Yeah, he flew through there, and the skill was actually quite amazing. He put it onto his windscreen and just kind of bunted it in. nice and soft, gently putting it down. Well, back into the action as the boys from Sequel get the ball out of their area. Looking a little bit dangerous for them for just a minute, but they were able to clear it nicely. Now the boys from Excessive pushing forward, trying to build up some pressure as a long-range aerial from a Blitzer flies a little bit wide. More to the point, Stoney clears it out, and surely could that be a goal as Soma comes through and makes sure that yes, it is from across from Stoney.
Yeah, a bit of a defensive lack there. No players back. Cheap goal to give away in the first game. Get the bugs away. Hopefully we get a really tight match in the second here.
Yeah, the attack is now on from the Excessive Force, and they they kind of carry the ball up, and then they seem to not have a plan after that, so they get it in the right area, but I have not been able to turn it into pressure just yet. And once again, in comes the attack. Beautiful defensive work there from a Blitzer up into the air. He's been practicing his goalie skills. We've got Toxic on cam at the moment. He spoils the attack from, or the through ball from Sequential. Picks it up himself, but Penor's waiting for it in the middle. Oh, this could be a solo effort from Toxic, but he's unable to turn it into a goal. The defense up in the air. The ball sitting up in the air once again. Through comes Penor out of nowhere. He's now going to have to carry it himself, try and turn something turn something out of nothing. But hey, in the end, all three players involved there. Soma is the one who finally puts the ball away.
Just so strong in the air. Such good teamwork. Two boys had both angles covered. Just such good teamwork.
In for the center, Toxic gets his hand onto it, but the defense is there from Penor, I think it was Penor, who cleared that ball out. Now the counter-attack once again straight away from Sequential. They turn every single defense into a counter-attack. Up into the air goes Penor. Stoney's there to finish it off. He has to tap it through a couple of times on the horizon. It is 5-0 with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, this is just another big showing by Sequential. Just so strong in the air compared to the rival SCE teams. They're just not human. They're just not human.
So we're following Penor. He crosses it over after the center. Stoney flies through there, tries to pick it up. He doesn't put it away, but it doesn't matter because Soma is right there, lurking and coming through to put it into the goal. 6-0 Horizon.
Just some defensive mistakes there. Should have got the clear before it hit the back of the goal. Couldn't quite have the reaction. Soma just follows up. Nice easy aerial. I think you got to get these defensive clears early and solidly away with teams like this. They are so punishing. Just such good power in the air. They pop the ball and they use it to their advantage.
Yeah, following Soma at the moment. He just overshoots it a little bit, heads on underneath the ball. The ball's on the other side of the field, and you can just see him lurking there. Toxic looking to turn things around, and out of nowhere, against the run of play, picks up a goal and puts it away. Beautifully done by Toxic out of the air, Horizon.
Yeah, another lovely aerial to finish off. Got a minute to go. I might get some honor back and some confidence heading into game 2. Don't think there's going to be a comeback at this rate. Another good clearance from Soma there to get pressure on. No follow-up by Penor. A bit of a cross there from Soma on goal. Good clearance. This is going to be a hard one for Excessive to win, Crush.
Oh, Penor goes in for a goal, but Toxic is there to defend it. Beautifully done. Soma doesn't let the ball get over into the blue area, and Jado is forced to get a second touch on it just to try and get a counter-attack going, but straight away the ball back in his own half. He's on defense again. Soma coming through, gets the cross in. The ball's nicely set up, but Jado on the defensive duties makes sure that nobody puts it home. He's going to try and carry it up. He can see the goals. Oh, he goes through, but the defense is too strong, and the counter-attack straight away on from from the Sequential at the moment. The desperate shots at goal in the last moments of that game, but they're unable to make it 7-1. Instead it's 6-1 Horizon, and they will be quite pleased with that first result if you are on Sequential.
Yeah, good showing from Soma there. 3 goals, taking the MVP. But let's look at the shots on goals. That's such a big showing in Rocket League. If you're shooting, you're scoring. And they just couldn't get just couldn't get shots on goal.
Well, in fact, that was how things went in the first match that we covered as well. One of the teams, LGN, very strong on defense, but they weren't able to convert defense into counterattack and score goals. And we're seeing the same sort of thing going on here from Excessive Force. So the teams have switched sides. So take it away, mate, while I just sort out the overlays.
Yeah, the big 50-50 Pinot. I would say Excessive got the better deal of that, but a good shot, bit of a pop there. Nothing much to be really excited about. The reason that these teams get so much more shots, Sequential, Redbull gives you aerials, is that they pop the ball and use aerials to shoot, whereas most teams try to get the ball on the ground in front of the goal. The skill gap's just insane on some of these teams, just absolute inhuman abilities and timing. You got another 50-50. Good.
He has a chance. He has a chance. Unfortunately, Jado not able to convert it. And the counter attack straight away coming on. Stoney goes up into the air, picks up the goal. A beautiful effort in the end there, combining with Penor, who carried the ball up for him. Lovely little touch and into the center of the goal. Nicely done. Back to the center as well. The run of play once again in Sequential's favor. They get the ball. Well, the ball is won. In fact, the center is won by Excessive Force, but it's turned around straight away by Sequential Gaming, who are now, well, back and forth on defense again, Horizon.
Yeah, another strong showing. Just 50-50s, not really going anywhere at the moment. Soma's going to pop it though. Gets a bit of a pop back. Stoney should contest it. There he is, pops it up. Should get the flick off the wall. It does. Can Pino finish? No, he can't. A good defense by Jado. Nice little offensive three-way pass. Good save by Soma, popping it away. Pino should clear. It doesn't. Another pop. Got to challenge it, and they do. Sequential win it in the air, easy. Now they're on the counter offense. Going to get a pop off the wall. Good save by Toxic. Got to keep it out though. Got to get the pressure back onto Sequential if they want to win this game, Crisis.
Yeah, Stoney and Soma on the attacking duties, unable to put that one away. Things have been turned around. Penor at the moment just trying to get the ball up into the blue area. Soma comes through with a long-range aerial and does exactly that off the wall. A nice little cross from Penor. Nobody there to convert it into a goal though. Stoney's on the other side of the field, picks it up, looking for another cross. Penor up into the air, but Soma spoils it for him. He's going to get the goal, in fact. Beautiful pickup from Soma and incredible control in the air again, Horizon.
Yeah, gets a nice little dunk there. Follows through on the ball and slaps it home to take a 2-0 advantage. A lovely bit of aerial work there. Absolutely fantastic player. He is probably the highest skill caps player in OCE, I would say. Very close skill gap on Sequential, but Soma is just such a freak.
Following Toxic right now as he targets the ball. It's in the center, and unfortunately, well, he was anticipating it was going to go in one area, but there was a Sequential player who knocked it away from him and changed the direction of the ball. So back on defense as he tries to push it up. It's 2-0 at this stage, 2.5 minutes already gone by, and the pressure on once again from Sequential Gaming. Stoney now with the defensive duties, picks up the ball, clears it out. Penor follows through. They're trying to keep the ball in the blue area. They're doing so successfully. Soma lurking in the center, looking for the cross. It's not going to come through though, or is it? Because Penor manages to keep the ball. Here comes the cross. It gets stopped in the goal post. Penor makes sure by putting it away. He follows through on his own cross, in fact, and picks up the third goal for Sequential.
Yeah, Stoney there actually put a big defensive block, reverse block to a pop, followed it through across to Penor. Penor just had to tap it in. A lovely bit of teamwork again. Always seem to be in the right spot when they need to. Nice pop there by Stoney. Got a Soma. Soma doesn't get it. Now it's back on the defensive for the Sequential lads. Oh, Demolition in the air, putting the pressure back onto Sequential hard. Got to get a clearance, and they do, Crisis.
Man, that was so close. Players throwing their bodies at the ball, trying to get it in, but unable to do so. Just desperate defense in the end. The difference there, Sequential keeping it out. Now they've got the counter-attack on, as they will not relent in this pressure, pushing the ball up constantly. We've been following Jado for a couple of minutes now, and the defensive work that he's had to put in is just absolutely incredible. The ball crossed over again, and Soma comes through and puts it away with a powerful strike into the goal.
Yeah, another lovely shot. Sequential show us every match why they haven't really dropped a game to anyone. Just so strong together as a team and alone as singular players. I don't think Excessive Force have quite put in the practice, but have done amazingly well. It's another just amazing game by Sequential. These guys continue to blow me away with what they can manage to do in this game. Just unbelievable timing and talent.
Well, the ball has been pushed up. Penor trying to look for the cross, not able to do so. It's okay. Soma picks up the ball, sends it through. It's going to be a solo effort, but it's spoiled by a Blitzero. The counter-attack on now. Jado pushing the ball up, trying to get in range of the goal, but it's cleared away just as fast as it happens. And once again, oh, that's it. The pressure was nearly off, but now it's been turned around. A Blitzero with desperate defense to prevent that fifth goal coming through. As the ball rocking around in the midfield right now, 10 seconds to go as Jado clears it out once more, and this is going to be a 4-0 victory and a 2-0 for the series for Sequential Gaming. Oh, and just like that, Toxic comes back with the consolation at the death of the game. That was a beautiful piece of play from him, carries it over. And Jado carried it over for him, and Toxie puts it away. Nicely done.
Cheeky little goal to get back some pride there. Another MVP from Soma. Easy win for Sequential. Just look at that. Just again, like I said, just mounting up the pressure with a constant amount of shots. If you're shooting, you're eventually going to score. Only 2 shots from Excessive Force. A good game, guys.
Well, an excellent round. We'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, when we know what the next game that is going to be played. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are back with more Rocket League action. My name is Crisis. I'm joined by Neba this time around. And Neba, if you can take it away so that I can concentrate on making sure that the stream is okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semi-finals of the Monday night tournament. We're here to watch Redbull gives you aerials and Oz AA. Redbull gives you aerials are the orange team and Oz AA are the blue here on game number 1. And arguably the favourites to take this one out will be Red Bull. They have gone into the finals against SQL pretty much every tournament they've been in. They've been the only team that we know of to actually take a map off of SQL in the Australian scene. So obviously we have the favourites here and who is going to come out, as they have actually scored the first goal. And we're going to be watching Schmeeble. He goes up. But we will give a quick shout out to the boys that are currently playing. Oz AA, it is Dynamic, Cypher and Bradio. We're calling Brad. And for Red Bull gives you aerials, it is Schmeeble, Graphite and Reba. So the boys now are 1 minute and 10 seconds into this match. And actually it's been a bit of to and fro crisis, I've got to say. Both of these teams have been pushing it back and forth. A bit of foursomes back, if you remember back to your high school footy days. And there's a good shot. Here goes Schmeeble with the follow-up, but Brad with the epic save will be able to push it away. That ball is still in that blue zone, though. Need to push it out. But the boys from Red Bull gives you aerials. Will not be allowing it to go out very easily. Crisis, are you finished fiddling with your oval?
Yeah, I think I've got things sorted out, just a little bit of weird artifacts here and there, but nothing to worry about too much. As a goal goes through, what am I prattling on about the stream? Graphite 47 comes through with a beautiful finishing piece of work out of the air and puts it into the goal.
Yeah, using that Takumi car and putting it to use, grabbing a great goal and giving his side a great, the second goal. A comfortable buffer with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. But the boys from Oz AA will be looking to be pushing it further to get to their first grand final appearance here in the Cybergamer tournaments, and they will now be pushing that ball into the orange side. But here comes Reva pushing it back into his offensive half, putting it in front in the center. There's the shot across the face of goal is Schmeeble, and he will now have to hightail it back. Graphite, though, they're controlling this halfway line very well here, Crisis, just keeping it out of reach. But the boys from Red Bull gives you aerials haven't found their way in.
Oh, this could be dangerous as the ball crosses over from Reva, and he tries to find the blue goal, unable to do so. Lots of defense going on though from the boys from the AAA, and they're not giving up just yet. As another shot on goals comes through from Reva, they are throwing everything at the moment at this goal. Neba to take it to 3-0.
AAA, Oz AA are doing a great defensive work, but they haven't been able to turn that into offensive pressure here. The boys from Red Bull gives you aerials are controlling it far too well, they are just really in a good position at the moment. They are controlling the half as Graphite pushes that ball to the corner once more. The boys will be looking to go up. There goes Graphite, pops it off the wall. And in comes Reva, just misses the aerial. And finally a bit of offensive pressure here for the boys from Triple.
Yeah, Schmeeble is there to spoil it though, doesn't let it through. Reva's with him to defend. Dangerous play though as the ball crosses over the orange goal line as they try to clear it. So fortunately they managed to get away with it that time. Defensive work from Schmeeble, puts the ball forward. The counter attack is spoiled by lovely work from Bradodo, who clears it away from his goal. But the attack is now on, up into the air goes Schmeeble. It's spoiled once again by beautiful defense from Oz AA as they relentlessly pressurize this blue goal. The boys from Red Bull now trying to take another shot. Schmeeble not able to put it in, but it doesn't matter. It's bounced off again. He goes up just under the ball and not able to convert it. Neba, well, with this amount of pressure, it's unbelievable that it's not 3-0. And now Bradodo carrying the ball up, looking to put the goal away himself.
Yeah, he just missed the bit of the side jump there, and the boys from Red Bull gives the aerials have held out very well. But speaking of holding out very well, The boys from AAA have held out for about 2.5 minutes without conceding a goal. They are still down, however, and that is a great credit to their pressure here. They're finally able to push away Dynamics with 3 seconds remaining. Want some kind of consolation prize? Can't get it because there is the GG's for game number 1, and Redbull gives the Aerials looking to make their next finals appearance. But Crisis, I've got to make note here, even though their defensive pressure has been very good here, the boys from AAA, the reason it's been so good is simply because the boys from the Rebel gives the Aerials have been keeping it in that defensive half, and it's going to be a tough match for them to get back in. We haven't really seen much of their offensive structure because they haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, they've been working very, very hard on defense, and it hasn't helped their attacking possibilities. So I guess when you've got 3 players defending, you need to well, it's very difficult to convert out of that point. And straight away we go into the next game, and we'll come back to the analysis in just a moment as Schmeevel puts it up. Reva takes a shot at goals. This is straight away the pressure coming on from Redbull, and Neba, poor old Oz AA, must be thinking, oh no, not another one.
Let the barrage start again, says Red Bull. Gives you Aerials, but the boys from AAA are trying to force it back into the offensive half. They will be the orange this side this time, so the blue side are currently up 1-0, and the boys on the orange are trying to stop it. Siberian jumps up, there's a second shot from Schmeevel, there's the rebound, and look, that was a bit of inaccuracy there from the boys from Red Bull, but there goes the clear, and very good work from the boys.
Oh, gentle lob up into the air, he goes! Graphite with a beautiful solo effort to score the first goal of this match.
Yeah, the Graphite was just a great work there. Great work from Schmeevel to pop that one up. And unfortunately for the boys from Oz AA, they are now on the back foot again, Crisis. And they've got a bit of work to catch up now.
Yeah, it's Schmeevel hovering, lurking, gets up into the air, but it's spoiled again. Lovely little piece of defense from Cyprian there, clearing things out, but the attack's still on from the boys from Red Bull gives you Aerials. That said, here comes the ball. This is a good chance for Bredodo to try and get the ball into the center. He's got a teammate there to try and help him, but unfortunately they're all in the same area of the ball at once. They're not able to get that interplay going on. That is absolutely essential at this level of the game. Schmeevel goes up. Here's an example. Unfortunately, Graphite not able to put it away, Neba, because of some desperate defense from the boys on Oz AA.
Yeah, the boys from Oz AA, they were desperate there. They all went flying up that ball to stop it. But as I say here, Reva puts up a shot. Schmeevel's going to curve around, look for one of his own. He decides to backtrack, go for that boost instead. Jumps off the wall, puts a little boop across. Bradio trying to get that jump up. Here comes Cyprian. He has to go into the air, but he's beaten to it by Revan. And it's now a 2 versus 1. Dynamics has to keep it out, but can't do it. Reva the assist, Graphite the goal. Backed into it, 2-0 now is the scoreline. There's the great across from Graphite, and he was in the right place at the right time. On the right-hand side there, Crisis. But Red Bull gives you Aerials. They are now 1 map up and now 2 goals in their second map and looking for another grand final appearance.
Yeah, 2-0 and doing very, very well. 1-0 up in the series, and straight away they get the attack on again. Schmeevel going to look for a finishing touch there. Doesn't get the tap down though, and Bredodo forwards the ball up to his team. The attack now, well, straight away gets turned around again. Up into the air, Red Bull gives you Aerials, but not necessarily accuracy, as poor old Graphite found just there, missing the ball. The attack now on again. Bredodo just missing with the tip of his bonnet, not able to put it away. And Graphite, who we've been following for quite a way, gets a shot on goal. It gets cleared away though, Neba, by once again defensive work from the boys of Oz AA.
Yeah, Dynamics put himself in the right place, but now that's up in the center. This is a great offensive chance that they can put the ball in the hole, but they cannot, unfortunately. And here comes Red Bull once again. Here comes the dribble from Schmeevel. The balancing act puts it in place, and Schmeevel puts it off the wall for Graphite. Watch what this man does. He just controls the ball on top, pops it off the wall and gives it to Graphite as he just pots that ball in the hole. Great work from the boys from Redbull. Gives you aerials. They are now up 3 points to nothing. 365 points to Graphite. He is on a hat-trick. He has scored every single one of their goals so far. He is, but I have to say, that is the offensive work from Schmeevel has been amazing. But there's a shot from Prododo. Here comes the follow-up. Can they get it? No, they can't. And the response, here comes the counter-attack. Graphite clearing it away, needing to put it off, bounces it off that wall, but no one there in position ready. Dynamics waits. Jumps up, Schmeevel once again controlling the tempo of when he pushes that ball forward. Comes off, jumps off the wall, centers it, and there it is once again. Graphite grabs the fourth, and Schmeevel with the great pass. Look at this, jumps off Graphite. It's like it's a set play for them, and just pots it in the left side there, Crisis. That was a great goal, and I think that is nearly going to be GG and the seal.
Yeah, 1 minute and 15 remaining on the clock as the attack straight away on a long shot on goals from Graphite is easily defended that time by Cyprian, but they just have to stick on the fence because Schmeevel comes through and picks up the clearance and puts it away in goal and says, well, let's make it 5-0.
Yep. Schmeevel decides that Graphite has had enough of the action, decides to get 100 points for himself, puts that ball in, and makes it 5-0. They should be going ahead now. We will get the results for you from the other semi-final at the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let you know, and we'll see. That, although I should say it's not over yet, but 5 goals in a minute is something very special. Could be 6 here. Oh, great work there, Graphite. We'll get the shot, Prododo, with this save. And then now they keep pushing it out. There's the pop. Well done by Reaver to keep that ball going anywhere near his goal. And there goes the pop, the fly. No one able to get that shot, however. Cyprian now going to be pushing it up the field. The defensive pressure from the boys from Redbull gives you aerials, though. Crisis is just amazing. They are holding their own and not even giving the boys from AAA, AusAA, the chance to even have a sniff of the goal.
Yeah, doing very, very good work, and the important thing is they're able to convert defense into counter-attack, which is what teams have been suffering from a little bit this evening. That said, we've had a period of sustained pressure from the boys of AusAA, but you kind of get the feeling, Neba, it's because of that 5-4-3-2-1 and the game being over, a kind of a defensive stance taken by Red Bull once they had felt that they had the game in the bag.
Yeah, that is very true, and just like that, the GGs go out, and the boys from Redbull give you aerials will be moving on now to the grand final. The other one that the other game that we haven't got for you will be Sequential v. I think Team Rocket will be moving up in that one. They haven't actually started that match, ladies and gentlemen. So still the other semi-final and the grand final still come in forward for tonight. If you're still in the channel, hit up our Facebook, our YouTube, and our Twitter, all /Gamestar, Gamestar Media on YouTube. Guys, hit that like, subscribe, all those buttons and things for more action, because it really does help us out. And Crisis, I think, if they give us more, then more followers, the more we'll want to actually, cast some of these stuff, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we're in it for the community no matter what you do, but we like to know
I like to know that they're around and who I can talk to.
Yeah, exactly. We want to get to know you, we want to get your feedback, we want to hear what you think of the casts and what you think of the games, and get the community going. I mean, Rocket League has just burst onto the scene, Neba, and it has a promise of great things to come.
Yeah, there's going to be some great matches, and Gamestar want to be there at the forefront community, guys. So if you want to hit us up on Twitter, look for all of our, hit us up on Steam. We are looking to cast as much as we can, and this is why we do it, because we love it. And I have to admit, this game is giving me it's my new crack addiction, Crisis. I have not played 100 hours. I've played 150 hours in less than 2 months, which has never happened for me.
Yeah, it is a fantastic game. I have found that it's revitalized my own gaming, having played MOBAs for years and years and years and years and years. almost half a decade, I would say, has gone by playing almost exclusively MOBAs. So it's great to get a bit of variety. And man, I am thoroughly hooked on this game. There's something about those enormous explosions when you score a goal that just turns a little key inside your head, man.
Even though we all know we will never be good as Soma is, I still like to think maybe one day I will be. And I think I can. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be us for the moment. We are going to be, don't go anywhere, leave the stream running. We're going to come back very shortly. We've got the second semi-final and the grand final, the big one coming for you later this evening. It's only been an hour since we started, so we've got a lot of action. Hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Steam, get the chat going. We'll talk to you guys in the Twitch chat. We're here around, so don't go anywhere. We got more of the Monday Night Mayhem Rocket League action here, presented by Gamestah. My name's Nebo and Crisis. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gamestah TV. Welcome back to Gamestah TV. You've been waiting for the grand final, and it is here. My name is Crisis. I am broadcasting to you from Christchurch. I'm joined in the studio straight out of Sydney, I believe it is. Neba. Good evening, Neba.
He had to guess an Australian city, and he guessed correctly. Yeah, mate, it's great to be back, mate. We're here for the grand final of Monday Night Mayhem's Cybergamer Rocket League tournament. We're going to be basically the two teams that we seem to have the storyline, which is Sequential and Redbull gives you aerials. If you've been paying attention or seen any of these competitions in the past, these two teams are the teams that seem to make it to the grand finals. Horizon, one of our co-casters in crime, he actually brought up a good point, which is that there is a very big skill gap between some of the top OCE players and the guys who are now just picking up the game. And tell you what, this tournament is probably trial by fire, if anything here, Crisis. And man, some smackerings by SQL today. And I think their overlap is probably one of their biggest advantages at the moment, especially against the other teams who just can't seem to get it out of their defensive half. And when they do, SQL just send it right back in.
Yeah, it's got to be very difficult to face Sequential Gaming when they are at their best. Now, we're in the server and the teams are getting they're getting underway, Neba.
Yeah, man, I think they're all right to go. And we'll go through the team list very quickly for you. We got Pino, Soma, and Stony for Sequential. They will be on blue side. And on the other side, Redbull gives you aerials. It is Graphite, Reaver, and Schmeeble. And we are underway here for the first game of this best of 3 series. The boys from SQL will be taking to the blue side, and they will be pushing up offensively first. And look, what are you expecting, Crisis, as we get underway? Who do you reckon will take it out? And will the boys from Aerials be able to take a map off them, you reckon?
Well, I think in terms of overall accuracy, I've got to give it to Sequential Gaming, but Red Bull gives you aerials. They live up to their name. They work up in the air. They don't wait for the ball to come to them. They're always looking to create something. And so this is going to be a close match. Even though Sequential Gaming might have the edge. We're just following Pino at the moment. So they've taken the ball up into the orange half. Stony working with him, gets the crossover, tries to put his backside in the way, does so successfully, and scores the first game of the grand final. The first goal of the grand final, Neba.
Yeah, the solo effort there was too great. It should be known for our people watching live on the interwebs that Sequential, I have not seen them lose a game except to Red Bull gives you aerials. And I think last week they actually went 2-1. So I've not seen it in person, but I have been keeping up with the scoreline. So if anyone can beat SQL at the moment, it is going to be Red Bull. As I say that though, Soma goes a big into the air in front of the orange goal, looking to put it up. And here comes Red Bull pushing that ball forward. Up goes Reaver, bounces it off the wall, looking for any kind of center. Schmeeble's going to back up here, expecting the rebound. Here it comes. He now pushed that ball forward a little bit. Pino and Schmeeble goes up. Pino will get the first the tip of the ball there, and now they will continue to push that ball. The offensive momentum now, all with SQL. Oh, Stoney with a good center. Schmeeble will clear that one out now, and here they come. Red Bull gives you aerials. Want to try and get something. Oh, the rebound is 2G. The long shot from Stoney. What a shot there. Look at this. He put himself in between. Who was that? That was Schmeeble and the goal, and just put it forward. That is the hot shot car, and a hot shot goal, 2-0 in favour of SQL here over Red Bull. Gives you air.
Yeah, the ball gets centered again, 3 minutes to go. Soma with an aggressive defensive move, tries to finish it himself, but the ball gets cleared away. So just absolutely on point. Defense is not just defense, it is also offense for the boys from Sequential. We've got another cross coming in from Pino. The ball sits up. Soma goes up. He just overcooks it a little bit. Doesn't turn it into a goal. Has to get back to defend as a demo goes through from Graphite onto Pino. It's 3 versus 2 for the briefest of moments, but the ball just sitting around up in the midfield area. They're not really able to convert just yet. Another cross coming in though from the boys from Sequential. Desperate defense. Pino not able to put it in. Schmeevel now comes through with the counter attack. Graphite gets a fender to it and carries the ball through. Schmeevel now wants to turn it into a goal, but Soma with a great defensive work there. Reva putting it to the goal. Unfortunately, Schmeevel not able to convert it, but he's there again. Oh, so many shots at goal, but not able to put it away. It's clear, and still the donut on the board for Redbull gives you aerials.
Oh man, they will be absolutely livid with themselves for letting that opportunity go past. They had the open net, they had the shot, and they just couldn't put it back in the back of the net. And just like that, SQL have now got the ball back in front of orange goal territory. This is where they like to do. Soma now setting up. Stoney pumps it off the wall. And Soma, we've seen them do it so many times before. Stoney, watch him now. He comes up and just ponks it off the wall and puts Soma up for a great position in front of goal. And that is 3-0 SQL. They aren't going to be letting Red Bull take an easy goal or a match here. They want to go all the way without dropping the match. You can tell it by the way they're playing at the moment. Christ.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes just about to go, and 3-0 is the score. As the action intensifies, you just get the feeling the boys from Red Bull know they must score soon if they are in with a chance to get the equalization and force some overtime, but unfortunately not able to do it. Up into the air. This might be a solo effort by Pino. No, it is knocked away. Stoney now picks up the ball. Pino touches it, gets control, looks for the cross, gets into the air, but unable to do so. Graphite on the defense, not able to clear it out, and that gives Pino a chance to set up once again. Soma from long range in the air, unable to put it away, but it doesn't matter. He taps it up. As the just shot after shot comes in. Will Pino get the goal? He does, from a beautiful little gentle cross from Soma.
And wow, that was a great work. Unfortunately, Schmeevel, after a great defensive effort there, was caught outside of goals and a rebound. And this should be game number 1 to SQL. 4 goals in 40 seconds against opponents of this caliber is something you won't see very often. And they're going to have to regroup here, Crisis, for game number 2. But I've got to say that the boys from Red Bull have been looking they've been looking good. They have just been a bit outclassed at the moment. If they can get their defensive overlap working, they should actually find themselves with a bit more offensive chances here. They have been looking good when they've gotten to the offensive half. Just getting there seems to be where SQL just dominates teams. They stop them around that midfield mark and makes it as hard as possible for teams to get anywhere near that goal. As the team, as it comes ticking down now, 1 second remaining. They're pushing the ball up, looking for a juggling goal. Won't get it, but there is game number 1 in favor of SQL, and they're going to be readying up, and we're going to be going into map number 2. Do you think that Red Bull can grab a match back and tie this series up?
Well, as you've pointed out, Nebo, they are the only team to actually trouble Sequential Gaming at all, and this is the second week in a row that they have made it to a grand final, so they're going to get used to yeah, it is a best of 5, so they're going to get used to this kind of pressure, and surely they will start to get used to the way that Sequential Gaming plays. The teams have they have not swapped over, so 1 second, I've just got to sort out overlays. Take it away.
All right, so as we will now hop into the spectator mode and get underway in game number 2 of this best of 5 series, SQL will stay on the blue side, and the boys from Red Bulls give you, as Horizon is saying, gives you freaky reflexes, and that's the first goal right there. They were scoreless all of game 1. Schmeevel went high, put that ball in front of goal, and the cleanup crew from Graphite was able to keep them out, but it took them 12 seconds to get their first goal, and just like that, they are now going to be putting the pressure onto SQL. That is a great start, and that is the way to respond to a team that will pretty much convincingly dominate you in game number 1, Crisis.
Yeah, Sequential now trying to turn things around and equalize. 1-0 is all it takes to win a game, Neba, so they know that their work is cut out, and just as I say that, Soma finishes off with an aerial from up high. He came right down, up, and then onto the ball. Lovely piece of work there off the rebound. Putting 1-all up on the board as we go back to the center now for the start of Pino and Schmievel meet in the goals there. Graphite on the defensive duty. In fact, all three players from from Red Bull on defense, and again they're forced to get up into the air. They just cannot clear the ball without a sequential player finding their way to the ball and pushing it up into their half again. That said, this is a good opportunity as the ball sits up into the air, and they try to convert it and resume the lead. Not able to do so. The pressure once again on from Sequential Gaming, but Graphite might have what it takes. He gets the ball up, defended beautifully by Soma though, and the attack churns over to the other side of the field, Neva.
Yeah, and just like that, as we said, you know, SQL will not go down without a fight. This is the best of 5 series of boys from Red Bull are going to be wanting to keep that ball in that blue area. They're trying to whip it down, but as we said, one of the major strengths of SQL is that they're just their overlap. They can continue to, that midfield control allows them just to keep the ball. But as I say that, there is an open net, and Stoney comes around from the right field, curls around and gets the save, and that's what we're talking about. Their defensive rotation is something to be admired right now. The ball will get stopped down in the corner. Here comes Schmievel to pop that ball off the back wall, looking for someone. He pops Pino in the back. Here comes the pop shot. Reba comes in from the back, and there is the goal! 2-1. That was the great start from Reba, and from Schmievel, and Reba with the nice shot there. The dominance being put to work, the pink and teal, the colors, and that is great work. They hit the lead once again.
Yeah, 2-1, and looking to try and equalize the series. 1-all. Schmievel up in the air, meets with Soma, who puts the ball into the orange half and follows through, gets right up into the air, but Reaver is there to spoil it for him. Lurking though is Penor, gets the center in, the ball back in the midfield though. Stoney comes through and says, hey, let's have a bit of fun. But Graphite says, no sir, get off the field, gets the demo in. 3 players from Red Bull gives you aerials in their goals, getting the defense on. Now they get it over into the blue area, looking to make it 3-1, and the ball sails up, hits the crossbars, and they're not able to finish it off. That is unbelievable bad luck. But man, it was so close. And now the counter-attack coming in from Pino. He has got absolute assassination in his eyes right now. Pushes up and unable to complete it as they try to get the equalize. What an unbelievable period of action, Neba, around that goal.
My heartstrings cannot take a lot of this, but SQL somehow held on to that there, and Red Bull are now on the defensive once again. But they have been starting to find some form here, being able to start to push that ball out of the orange area. SQL once again showing that midfield control that they are so infamous for, and but Red Bull are starting to figure out the timings. But as I say that, Soma out of nowhere comes flying in. The setup from Stoney and from Pino off the corner. Soma just puts himself in the right situation. There's the right tap, and that is the equalizer. 2-all on the Gamestah scoreboard right now, and wow, we have got a game on our hands here, Crisis. Best of 5 series, so SQL still got a bit of work.
Oh
my God!
How was that defended?
I don't know. It's not over yet, and my God, Red Bull are not done yet. They want game number 2. They want to equalize it so bad.
Oh! Pino tries to go in and carefully clear the ball out of the goal, Neva, but is unable to do so, and in fact taps it in for the own goal secured. So that'll be one that the boys from Red Bull will take. Thank you very much. And once again, they're back in the lead, Neva, with 3-2.
Yeah, with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining, 1 goal could be enough. Graphite goes up, and so is Pino. They both miss the ball. Soma will have to be, will come back with that ball now. Forced back into that blue area. Red Bull have got some momentum. They're looking for it. There's the save from Stoney. Reba tried to put that ball in the hole. Schmievel goes up, gets a good aerial, puts his namesake to work. But here comes SQL. Pino putting that ball down in the orange offensive half. There's the back That's centered right in front of goals. And there's the kick. Pinor will get a great assist. Stoney with the aerial. He came out of nowhere. Stoney put it up. Pinor put it up. Stoney came in. There is the hit. And just like that, it is equalized up. That goal took 41 seconds. And my God, this game could be going to overtime. They are going 1-for-1 at the moment, Crisis, and it is not done yet.
No, Graphite with a long range clear that turns into a shot on goals, but it doesn't go in because the defense is there. We've got 3 players. Just as I say that the defense is secure, Reva from long range puts it in.
Yeah, the double aerial tap. He tapped it in front of goal. 2 SQL members went up, and Reva got the boost and went up again, and they were well out of position, and that one took 13 seconds. So this is not done yet. SQL are not done, but Red Bull gives you aerials, want to lock this series up, and my God, are they looking like they can at the moment. But as I say that, Stoney with the long shot, top crossbar, up they go. Soma with the follow-on, can't get the shot in, but they are not done yet, and they will now keep it here. They have to be very careful here. Red Bull gives you aerials. That clock, 10 seconds remaining. Stoney puts the shot across the face of goal. Soma a little bit out of position there, can't do it. They're still hunting for goals. There's the aerial push. Graphite, well done. That is going to be the GG of this particular game, and they lock the series up at 1 apiece. And wow, that is, for anyone in stream, that is one of the first times I think I've seen SQL go down in a broadcast.
Well, what a fantastic match we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. 1 game each with a stellar performance from both of these teams in the second game. But the hungrier team, Red Bull, gives you aerials, pushing themselves through and forcing the series into a tie. It is a best of 5, and the series is on, Neba.
Yeah. This is, well, what can you say when we get games such as this, Crisis? They're going to take a very quick... Looks like they're getting a couple, having a quick drink of water, but now they are joining back in. SQL are going to be taking blue side once again, and Red Bull gives you aerials, will be the orange. So we are locked at 1 apiece. This is a very important game because it gives you possible match point. 5 minutes on the clock, but as we all know in Rocket League matches, we'll be here for at least another 8, depending on if these teams start going goal hungry as they have been. Wow, could we be in for a long match, I tell you right now. But Red Bull gives you aerials are going to be trying to play with that momentum that they so have stolen back from SQL. SQL will be looking to do something here. Stoney looked for a bit of a shot, but had to pull back. Up goes Soma, and there's the defensive cross from Reva, putting it into the corner, now forcing it out of the area. Graphite comes forward, grabs the boost, and now puts it off the corner, just missed the forward kick. There's the good hit. Up they go. Schmeebel comes in. Still popped up in front of goal. Looking for the tap. Reva with the tap. Look at this replay, ladies and gentlemen. He comes flying in. He had to change his position. And there's the tap from Pinor. But Reva in a better position. Taps it back into the upper left-hand corner. And Red Bull, for the first time in this series, have taken the lead. And wow, SQL will be feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, they are hard pressed right now to try and even the goals up. It was 1-2 throughout the previous game. Can they reply and keep that pattern going? Up goes the ball. It hits the crossbar though. Reva doesn't have to defend, and well, he was really caught flat-footed, but now he takes the ball up himself, sets the ball up, and it's been defended. Neba, just too much action right now.
Yeah, the boys from Red Bull have actually been able to keep their momentum flowing. Up goes the ball. That cross was a little too far, and Reva trying to capitalize, can't do it. Soma pretty much expertly waited there at the back. Stoney picks up the boost, the ball boost, whatever you want to call it, the full boost, and here goes Schmeebel, pops the ball up in front of goal. Soma comes out and will clear that one out, but that ball now sitting in the corner. Graphite goes up looking for the center ball. Stoney was there first, and here's the overlap we were talking about. That ball's in the corner. He pops it up. Peter off the top crossbar. Can't put it in the goal, and that was one that's gone begging. And here comes the response from Red Bull. Up it goes. Schmeebel into the air, just misses it as he wall rides up that side wall. And now they will finally start to calm down just a little bit, moving that ball. Graphite pushes it back in, looking for that return goal. Now Pinor jumps back up, tries to get the kick to the right, can't get it. And now they are going back and forth here. It's a bit of a tug of war at the moment, Crisis. SQL and Red Bull are pushing each other back and forth.
Smeevil with a shot!
Smeevil just with the pop. Take us through it, Crisis.
Oh man, just as things are calming down a little bit with all of this midfield play, out of nowhere the cross gets to Smeevil and he puts it away with a dominant dive forward. Beautiful, beautiful play. That is 2-0 up for Red Bull. Gives you aerials. The center results with Stoney picking up the ball. He's carrying it forward. They are getting a little bit desperate right now. They've had a couple of shots on goal that have gone wide or hit the crossbars, haven't been able to put it away. And Red Bull with the momentum right now, turn the ball around, get it back into the sequential half, who are now forced, all three of them, to fall back into defense. The goal is wide open though, and it is Pino, who he thought he had the goal, but it's been defended. How did Reva get back for that? He did somehow, and once again they turn the pressure back onto Sequential.
Crisis will get you to turn your mic down just a little bit as a bit of feedback from the players in the Twitch, just by maybe a decibel or two. But here they go, the boys from SQL needing to push, but Red Bull now, as we have said, have got all of the momentum. Put it into the corner. That is a great clear from Soma there. Now working back out in the corner, pushes it up, looking for the pop. Can't get it. Reva puts it right in front of the center of goal. Stoney pushes it back. They're looking for any kind of advantage they can get here. Soma off the cross wall, puts it off the back, looking for anything, and that is Smeevil. He has been working very hard in the past 2 games, and now they are now working it back in. Soma jumps up, misses the ball, and that will give the shot across. Graphite crosses it across, but no one was there coming on from the back. Pino pushes it up. Here comes Reva. Up goes the ball. Soma takes flight, as does Graphite, and they now push it up. Reva pushes it off the wall in front of goal. Graphite pushes it off to the left. Can't get it in, but they are not done yet. Schmeebel pushes it back in across off that corner post. And back we go. 1 minute on the clock. Red Bull now up by 2 goals. Still looking to take the lead in this series for the first time. Graphite now pushing it back. Pino keeping it to the side, away from that center area. Here they come. Reva with a shot at the top. Just goes off the top crossbar, but Schmeebel will keep it in there. 40 seconds now. There's the boot out, and Pino backing up. There's the bicycle kick. Can't get it above. I think that was actually Graphite there, but here they come now. Finally pushing it in, but the back and throw is good. That's a good tap there from Pino. Up they go. Can they get it? No, they can't. Stoney puts it in front of goal. Great work there from Reva. Crisis. This one is ticking away. I think Red Bull may have it, but SQL are not going down without a fight.
Yeah, 10 seconds remaining. A long-range, powerful shot right across, but the defense has been sound from Red Bull. In fact, all night long, their defense has been fantastic. The difference for this game has been they've been able to keep out Sequential and score 2 goals. So they move up into the lead in the series. 2-1 of the best of 5. They are 1 game away from knocking the crown away from the tournament kings, Sequential Gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had about 4 weeks worth of Cybergamer tournaments. Every time Sequential has played, they have won. If Red Bull take it, they are the cosmic aftershock of the OCE region. That is how dominant they are. So to put it into some perspective, Crisis will get you to ready up, mate, so we can get into game number 4. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good story. Can Red Bull give you aerials? Can they actually dethrone SQL? If Soma and the boys have anything to say about it, hell no is the answer. But wow, Crisis, they have they looked a bit shaky in game number 1, but since they started to find their footing, they're much like their namesake. Their aerials have been on point, and they must have chugged a couple of Red Bulls.
They must have indeed. Very, very good defensive work and very, very good transitions into the counter-attack and putting the goals away. A lot of shots on goals from both of these teams, but in the end, Red Bull able to keep the goals out, keep their goals clear. Straight away, we're going into game number 4 of the series. 2-1 to the boys from Red Bull. Gives you aerials, and they will be hoping to make it 3-1 and be the first ones to topple. Redbull gives you aerials. How is that ball not going in? It sits at the goal face. Unbelievably, nobody there to put it away. And that is a get out of jail free for the boys from Redbull. Gives you aerials, Neba.
Oh man, and Stoney was shattered there. He put up the swear symbol and the oh my god there. Couldn't actually get it. And great work from Schmeevel. That's 2 big saves from Schmeevel in as many seconds. There's the 3rd shot from Stoney. Up they go. Ball is just off to the left of the crossbar. Schmeevel now being very careful. The boys from SQL, they have got everything to play for at the moment. And look, they need this match. So they are putting on a bit of an aggressive display at the moment. They're getting up. Soma! Big shot from Soma! He comes in from halfway and he drops that. Look at him now. From halfway, launches on the halfway line, puts it there and right into the center of goal. That is the class of Soma. Arguably, I'd have to say one of OCE's #1 player at the moment. I would say Crisis. You know, I think he certainly is showing the leadership as captain of SQL, and they now take the lead and put the pressure on Redbull. Gives you aerial.
That said, Redbull, it gives you aerials. Nice little response there with a tap on goals. Very gentle, very different to how that goal was. And again, the ball sits up in the goal face. Surely Pino's going to put it away. No, he cooks it a little bit too much. It hits the crossbar bars and it's been cleared out. Up into the air, the counter attack comes through from Redbull. Stoney there with the defensive duties. He keeps the donut on the board for Redbull. And now they clear it out. A little bit of a miscommunication. Soma goes through, finally clears the ball out, but he has to get back to defend again. All of the players from Sequential making sure that the defense is on. Graphite goes up. It's Graphite versus Soma who gets a touch to it, and they're unable to put it into the goal. Now the counter attack from Sequential, the ball going back into the center, but Stoney is there. He flies through. Beautiful defense though from Graphite. How did he get that out, Neba? Unbelievably skilled work.
Yeah, and the boys from SQL are not done. They continue to fight. Crisis, the feedback from stream is turn your mic down just a smidge more. And I'm just giving to you as I see it, mate. But here come the boys from Redbull. Gives you aerials. They're trying to equalize. They're trying to put themselves in a position to take not only this match, but the championships. Soma goes up, misses the ball just a little bit. Schmeevel gets the save, and Graphite puts the ball into the net. What a huge shot from Graphite. He goes up from halfway, from well over halfway, I should say, from his own goal and puts it up. That is a huge shot from Graphite, and just like that, it is 1 versus 1. And wow, holy crap. Redbull gives you aerials. They are not going out of this one yet. Schmeevel and the boys want to kind of get this one back, Crisis. And wow, they are certainly making a case here to take down Sequential if they can keep up this kind of momentum.
1 goal, Neba, is all it's going to take, really. 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining on the clock. But the goal wide open right now for Redbull as Sequential look dangerous. The shot just a little bit off point from Stoney. The ball sitting up in the air. He's coming through. He's trying to set it up for his team. The gentle taps. He gets it into the center. Nobody there. Unfortunately, Pino unable to take advantage of it. Slightly out of position. And now the counter attack on from Graphite. Doesn't manage to put the ball away. Unfortunately, as now Stoney once again trying to carry the ball up. It rebounds off the side of the wall though. Sits up in front of the goal. Soma carries the ball away from his goals straight away. Back on defense though. He has to fall back, Neba. It is 1-1 at the moment. And man, these two teams going hell for leather against each other. Nothing between them right now.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've turned my volume up, so please keep that Twitch chat going. I'm monitoring it. As I say that, Pino has absolutely come flying in, and there is the lead once again to SQL. Stoney puts that ball into the center. Pino come curled around, puts the ball in the net, and just like that, it is the lead to Sequential once again. 1 minute and 20 seconds is all that is remaining between GG's and maybe a championship. Redbull gives you aerials need to get back into this one. They need to push it up towards this blue goal once again. And the boys from SQL, though, have a bit of an overlap at the moment. Soma pushes it off the wall. There's the double tap. Schmeevel will go up. And the other, well, he will need to push it up a little bit more. So
oh, Pino puts it away, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, I've turned my mic right down now. It's like it can't go much lower without being completely silent. Hopefully things have sorted out. Let us know in the Twitch chat, and we do apologize for the technical hitches. Oh, an open goal. It is almost a free score for Pino. He couldn't believe his luck, but last minute defense there from the center. The ball now in the midfield. 3-1 in favor of Sequential. They need to win this game to force the series tie and make the best of 5 go all the way to 3 games. As well, we're sticking with Pino right now. He's got the defensive duties on right now, unable to make anything of it. Niba Soma though picks up the ball and puts it away.
Yeah, so guys, I'm just playing around with my sound settings as we're going, so hopefully for game number 5, which it looks like we will be going to at this round, as SQL are now up 3 goals. I've turned myself up. Crisis has turned himself down. Hopefully we'll be able to find some kind of happy middle so you guys can just have a level going. We'll work it out as we go, so please keep the advice coming through. But man, let's just see what we get here coming in to game number 5. I have to admit, SQL is probably one of those teams where they're going to keep pushing, and there go again. Pino will get the little hat trick there, pushes it up and over into the goal, and he will be able to do it. Guys, I'm turning myself up, so it may just be some settings, who knows, but there are a couple of ping issues. Reva has got 700 ping, so it looks like they will try and sort that out for next round. But Crisis, the boys from SQL, it looks like they're going to wrap this one up here. This is going to take it to 2-2, and we are going to be going to the 5th round. Not only has Redbull taken 2 maps off of SQL, but they have done it convincingly as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, the grand final of the Monday. So let's see. Well, they're going to take a quick break because they're going to try and get Reva to rejoin. So, guys, if you're there, if you can look, let's get the audience involved. What do you reckon, Craig?
Yeah, go for it. So we need to choose an MVP at the end of this game. At the end of this match, because we've got $10 Steam gift to send to the MVP. So yeah, we want to hear from the Twitch chat who they think has to go to the MVP. So and while we're doing that, give us some more feedback. I have my microphone is on 5% now, and just want to hear how things are going in terms of the sound levels in between matches.
Yep, so I'm
volume's all good now, says Dill Pill.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dill Pill.
Yeah, these are classic Dylan. Morgan Freeman from the Hard Act crew. Love to see you here, mate. Anyway, yeah, I've turned myself up, down. I've turned myself up. You've turned yourself up, down. So hopefully we've met somewhere in the middle and people then don't have to be fiddling with the controls too much.
And screaming, my ears, my ears.
Oh, yeah. But so the MVP award, guys, is going to be a $10 Steam voucher. So that is New Zealand dollars. Don't hate us for that. But Christ has been so generous enough as to generate that, to gift that to the MVP. So what we'll do is, in the second half of this match, we will get you guys to write down in the Twitch chat who you think is the MVP. The person with the most votes is going to take it home. And so that is the second half of the game. And I will again say this at halftime. Sorry, not the second half of the game, during the entire game, sorry, is what I meant. So, yeah. I know what I meant. Anyway, so through when the game starts to the end of the game, 5 minutes of voting. Whoever has the most votes wins. 1 vote per person.
Right, yeah, so it doesn't matter how many times you vote for your favourite mate, your vote is only going to get counted once. So just waiting for the boys from Redbull gives you aerials to sort out their ping issues. 600 ping is impossible to play with in this sort of game. I guess if everybody was sitting on 200 ping a piece, Neba, that would be doable.
Well, speaking of 200 ping, I have actually had a chance to see that the boys from SQL have actually played in the North American ESL couple of tournaments. And just to give you an idea of their quality, SQL with 200 ping made it into the top 8 of that tournament. That is, that's just telling you that the quality of the match we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. We're slowly developing, and I don't think we're as good as the Cosmic Aftershocks and the Team Rockets of the EU regions, but we will get there, and the boys are certainly making a case for it right now. As Crisis, you're typing away onto Twitch as I can hear.
Yeah, just clearing up how the voting's going to work. We don't have a bot or anything that's going to be counting the votes, ladies and gentlemen. We've got human beings who are going to be looking at the Twitch chat, and we will be telling, we'll just do a tally ourselves. And, well, we're expecting that there'll be some tight voting, but there surely should be a clear winner. Everyone's watching the same game. And well, we got to come out with that. So yeah, it is New Zealand dollars because the EB Games down the road from me doesn't sell things in Australian dollars, and I don't think our currency is doing too bad anyway.
No, I think it's doing pretty well, actually, to be honest. But I will, straw poll. I'll get a straw poll going. Give me a second. I'll do that right now.
I'll just show my ignorance by saying I don't know what that is.
Straw poll is a very quick thing where I can get a voting system together, and we'll see. Crisis, tell us a bit, though, about what the tournament so far that you've seen.
Okay, well, this is the second tournament that we've covered. The first tournament was last week, Monday night Mayhem, which is going to become a regular fixture here on Gamestah TV1. So that was 22 teams, I think, entered that, and it was our first it was my first Rocket League cast, Gamestah's first, not necessarily Gamestah's first Rocket League cast, and I discovered that, well, my computer was just not up to scratch, not able to do the broadcasting that I needed to. So it's been 6 years since I've upgraded my PC, so I went off and got myself a new i7. And that's why things are no improvement this week, because I've got a completely different setup tonight in comparison to what I had last week. And it has been all sorts of crazy shenanigans to try and get these things to work. Weird double ups of people, weird echoes, reverberations, and you all experienced the sound levels. So hopefully that'll be sorted out. The straw poll is up in the Twitch chat now, so I'm going to click on that to just see what a straw poll is. There you go. Who is MVP of the CG Grand Final?
Simple. Pick one. Done. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, whilst we have you here as well, please go ahead and we'll do a bit of a just a social plug. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Go to our YouTube channel /Gamestar Media. Hit the like and subscribe button there. We have a lot of content coming up there as well as hitting us up on Twitter, which is @Gamestar. I am of course @GamestarNeba. Crisis is @IamCrisis. We'll put them somewhere for you guys so you can hit them up. We do. Yeah, he is a Crisis. He is Crisis. So, look, I'm not Crisis, he is. But so is his Twitter. So, look, I have to admit, though, the boys from SUL have actually shown us that they've held their own under pressure. Now, granted, Revo in that last match was having a lot of issues. But I have to admit that, wow, it is... It's going to be very interesting to see, because Red Bull, now this break, look, they did start slowly in map number 1. So the question is whether or not are they going to be able to continue this run, or will we actually see SQL come out flying, because they did go big in the last match.
Yeah, but because of these ping issues, I mean, the player wouldn't have necessarily realized when he started experiencing ping issues. Things just wouldn't have been going his way for a bit, and probably 30 seconds, 45 seconds before he went, oh, whoa, what the hell's going on? And by then it's already too late, because there was a long period of play where Sequential were unable to score, but as soon as they scored, all of a sudden the floodgates opened and they just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the end I think it was a total of 5 balls into the back of the net in this fourth game, which was completely against the run of the previous 2 games. So difficult to say whether that game was really a good reflection of how these 2 teams are. In fact, I'm going to say no, it wasn't. We were 2-1 before that game, and game number 2 and number 3 very, very closely contested. So game number 4 being so lopsided, not a good reflection at all of how well matched these teams are.
So I've just been speaking to Soma, getting an idea of from the boys from Redbull. They do have a sub standing by, so if the Reaver can't sort out, they will be activating their super sub, and we will find out who that is. But guys, if you are watching that straw poll, we currently have 23 votes going. Soma and Reaver are neck and neck at 7 votes apiece. Sony with 6 apart there. Pinot with 2. Schmeevel with 1. Graphite yet to pick up a single vote. Poor Graphite. He's been a bit of a workhorse there, but I think it is correct. Schmeevel and Reaver have been going big, and I think look, this is going to be very interesting to see how we go. Get some more of your mates in, guys. Start pimping it out for the big one, the grand final coming up, of course. My name is Neba, and Christ is bringing you all the action here. So if you guys are here, go grab a drink, grab a beer, grab a whatever it is it's 9:30 here in Australia, in Christchurch. It's God knows what time it is, Crisis. Probably
What time?
It's probably like 4. Probably like 4 a.m. there.
Yeah. It's like almost the next day. I might as well not go to sleep. It's almost 11 here, so not so bad.
Yeah, no, that's all right. But look, I have to admit, this tournament has been ridiculous. It is. I mean, let's be honest. When we started this match, I think most people would be saying maybe Red Bull take maybe one map or maybe put on a couple goals, but man, they took 2 games in a row, and look, this is just very interesting to see. I mean, for the Oceanic region, obviously, we are starting out probably a bit behind some of the other regions, the NAs and the EUs, but wow, I think this is probably some of the best action, most exciting action at least we've had in this particular region, probably since the game has come out.
Yeah, really nice close match, and a good sign of things to come. It means that the Kings, Sequential Gaming, who are considered the kings of the scene right now, it's really early days. Maybe they got a head start on the other teams, maybe not. Maybe it's just their raw skill. But the fact is that Red Bull have bloodied their nose tonight, and they may still take the grand final of tonight's tournament, and that means just good things for the scene. Teams are going to get themselves organized. They're going to start getting the methodical practice in. They're going to start developing the synergy that they need to in order to start to contend for those top 10 places on the Cybergamer ladder. And before you know it, the top 10 will become the top 5. Top 5 becomes the top 3, and instead of a one-horse race, with one team right at the top, we're going to have 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams contending for that top spot.
Yeah, that's very true. And so for everyone who's in stream at the moment, if you've just joined us, we are actually having some ping issues from Red Bull gives you aerials. We are into map number 5 of the grand final. So they are locked at 2 goals apiece. Sorry, 2 maps apiece, I should say, not 2 goals. And the winner of this one will be taking it on. Now, this is a free tournament on Cybergamer. However, the boys from Cybergamer, big shout out to Cyanide and all the admins. Basically, there is actually, it's not a lot of money. It's like $50. Let me pull up the page, and we'll get the official numbers for you so we can actually tell you. First prize is $52.50. Second prize is $22.50. Not too bad for a free tournament, I must say, Crisis. So, and then obviously, of course, the MVP will be taking home the $10 Steam gift card provided by Gamestah, Crisis, and Mrs. Crisis, I must say.
And just a word about the MVP competition. So Gamestah will be running this sort of thing very, very regularly. We want to contribute to the community, want to make sure that the recognition that players deserve is actually given. So we'll be doing this, but it doesn't come without a catch. So we actually send the Steam gift card to you via snail mail. So if you ever win the MVP award, Neba, you've got to make sure that you hit me up on Steam and give me your real name and your physical address so that I can actually send it to you. We send it to you with an MVP award card, and we ask you to actually post up.
Sorry to interrupt, Crisis, because we're about to go live for game number 5 here. They've activated their sub. Reaver is subbing for Mumu, and we're here live into game number 5 right now.
Well, Sequential Gaming on blue once again, and they managed to turn things around a little bit. They were 2-1 down, went even it up to 2-2. This is the final game of the grand final, and they want to keep the momentum on their side. Pino unable to get the cross in, but that's okay. Stoney combines with him. Pino takes the shot, but not well, it goes way off to the side, and now the danger comes through. Soma has to get the defense on and make sure that the crossover doesn't become a counter of the crossbar. Niba with that beautiful counter attack from him.
Oh, and Soma goes up, solo effort. There's the hit from Penor, and there it is as we watch Soma. He curves around, pops the ball up, goes back ahead, and there is the shot. And Red Bull gives you aerials, are playing with their sub. So, look, you know, they have to be very careful. They're sorting out any issues they have. Mumu and will get ahead. Actually wins the aerial battle, the center battle there. Though Soma pushes the ball forward. Great save from Mumu. That was heading towards goal. And, sorry, I'll move closer to my mic so people at home actually have it. But Soma gets to work once again. There's the assist from Penor. They connect up in pretty much the exact same way. There's the center cross. Soma from the other side, and Crisis. We are less than a minute in, and SQL are making a huge case for the win.
Yeah, not a lot of time for Mumu to get his eye in and get synergizing with the rest of his team. Straight away, Sequential with another shot on goals, and this time it is Pino off the center. He picks up the ball as it sits after that center clash, taps it over, beats one player, beats two players, and right now Red Bull standing a little bit flat-footed as the momentum sits firmly with Sequential Gaming. Another center, once again, Pino has to defend a shot on goals from the long range. Unfortunately, Mumu cannot put it away, but who cares? Because Schmeevel is there to put it away for his team.
Yep, Mumu goes up, puts it off the crossbar, and Schmeevel from long range
Wow.
comes in. There was also Graphite was there. They're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3-1. They can't let another goal go in. If they do, it's pretty much going to be GG. So they got to work quick. As I say, that Schmeevel puts it up. He goes into the air, but so does Soma. That is a huge contest right there. 1v1, up they go. And that is a great save from Soma. That could have been goal time, but now they push it away. Graphite shifts it right down the field. Puts the bounce up. Up goes Mumu, but Stoney right in front of goal. It's an open net across the field if they're not careful here. Soma pops it up again. Mumu jumps in front of the goals, puts himself in between the ball and the goals, and here goes the clear. And once again, the momentum shifting back towards Red Bull, and here comes that tug of war, the volleyball that we see. That's a decent pop. They had to get up there, but Penor with the pop makes it 4-1 from halfway. Let's watch what happens there. He just comes in, just the little boop, puts it towards goal, and there it is. And unlucky there from the boys from Red Bull, and they arguably have lost a little bit of their synergy right now. Penor goes up, so does Graphite. Graphite gets the points for the shot, but can't put it in the goal. Soma jumps across from the wall. The defensive wall of Stoney and Penor is sitting back at that halfway line. They are going to be controlling this midfield point from here on out. Here they come right now, trying to keep it inside this orange half. Soma puts it, that is Stoney, puts it across. Mumu basically puts it right in front of goal of their Crisis. And they have to be very careful now. And looks like SQL once again in momentum as we pass the halfway point. Ladies and gentlemen, that straw poll is still active for another 2.5 minutes.
Oh, the shot on goals from Graphite doesn't go in. Unbelievable. Oh, it just got nudged out by the defense there, and they were so close to making it 4-2 in this final game of the grand final. Now they tack on. In fact, Schmeevel defending for his life right now, watches the ball fly past. Such power from the sequential shots on goals. A little bit of a miscommunication between Schmeevel and Graphite. They both go for the ball in the midfield, and now Schmeevel having desperately to get back, try to get himself back into position and clear the ball out. Soma keeps the pressure on. He's going for the solo effort, cooks it a little bit too much, heads on away, circles around. He's looking for the center, but no, he's got to go in for the defensive move there. 4-1 Niba, and Sequential looking very strong.
Oh yes, and here comes the overlap. Pino, that should be a goal. That was way too easy. All three of the boys from Red Bull Gives You Aerials were in goal, and Pino just had an open lane. Just didn't even need to double jump. Didn't even need it. He puts the ball in front of Graphite, and that is goal number 5. And SQL is just dismantling Red Bull Gives You Aerials. Reva, if you're in channel, which I do see, mate, it is unfortunate, but look, this is what happens in the world of online gaming. So the boys from Red Bull Gives You Aerials have gone further than any other team as that ball goes up. Schmeevel looking for some kind of kick there. Can't get it back into the center. And there goes Graphite. Puts it towards the center. Penol puts it in towards the center. There's the pop. And Soma tried to put it back towards into goal. There's the rebound. Unlucky for Red Bull, but SQL will take it any way they can. Stoney with the assist, and Soma pops it off of Schmeevel onto the wall, and they're straight towards goal. Six goals to 1. And just like that, with 1 minute remaining as the clock is ticking down, Crisis, the straw poll still active. Who will take out our MVP? But it looks like SQL will be returning champions if this match continues the way it does. I don't think there's enough time on the board.
Oh, a couple of looks at the goal from the boys of Red Bull, but unfortunately not able to put it away, and the turnaround so fast from Sequential Gaming. 6-1, not enough. They won a 7th, and Stoney's the man to put it away with a frontal bunt into the goal. Beautiful play, 7-1, 38 seconds to go. The game is probably well out of reach now for Red Bull Gives You Aerials. We'll have another grand final victory from Sequential Gaming in our Monday Night Mayhem. But like you say, Niba, there's an MVP award still going, begging right now. So get your votes in on the straw poll as we count down the last 20 seconds of this game. Red Bull have a lot to reflect on. Some fantastic positive play. They took 2 games and forced 5 of the best of 5 off of Sequential Gaming, the masters of the oceanic scene.
Yes, they have, and as we count down here, ladies and gentlemen, it was good while it lasted. Unfortunately, Red Bull have lost the momentum, and they have lost the series 3-2, but they should be holding their heads high as they have gone further than anyone has gone before. They took 2 matches off SQL where some teams struggle to take a goal off of SQL, and they should be very proud of that. But Crisis, that is going to be congratulations to Sequential, but now the thing that we're all waiting for, of course, is the Gamestah MVP award. Let's go to the straw poll. And my God, we are going to lock the votes in right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we will start from 6th position. Schmeevel has grabbed 1. Graphite has taken 2. Pinor with 3. And now we work our way up in the top 3. Stoney with 7, Reva with 9, and your MVP of the grand final is Soma from SQL with 12 votes. He will be taking home the $10 Steam gift card. Not too bad, as well as the $50 prize pool for the free tournament. Crisis, that was an excellent grand final. Unfortunately, a bit anticlimactic in the end due to the issues that they had with Reva. But, wow, Red Bull showing promise. And, look, I don't think it's going to be long before someone is going to be taking down SQL.
Yeah, a fantastic game and worthy of a grand final. Red Bull can really hold up their heads. They played excellently and almost took it. Man, the momentum that was on their side was just so powerful in the mid couple of games of the series. But in the end, Sequential take it away. Congratulations also to Soma for picking up our first Rocket League MVP. So Soma, hit me up in Steam. I've got you in my friends list already. Give me your real name and your physical address. I promise you I won't stalk you. I will only send you an MVP award. Well, Neba, that is it for tonight. What a fantastic night of Rocket League it has been here on Gamestah TV.
Yeah, mate, this has been fantastic. And to the we had a peak of 75 people in Twitch. We really do appreciate all of you getting active in Twitch. And we are going to be making this into a weekly thing. The Monday Night Mayhem here on Gamestah TV1. Guys, if you're still here, hit up our Twitter at Gamestah. I'm, of course, at Gamestah Neba, and this is at I Am Crisis. So that is I am, not I am, AM. So search us up. Also hit us up on our YouTube channel, which is /Gamestar Media. We'll be posting a lot of videos there, guys. hit us up, subscribe, as well as hit us up on Steam if you wish. I'm at Neba89, and I'll be playing some Rocket League after this. I can guarantee you. Crisis has put it into the chat. So, Crisis, thank you so much for having me, mate. This was a fantastic night. And look, Super Roach, EJ, and Horizon also taking some... Taking care of the, I guess you could say, the second stream that we had going. So there was that much action on tonight.
Yeah, LD, if it's always going to be on this channel, that's where our Rocket League will be happening. MOBA's generally on Gamestah TV 2. CSGO also happens on Gamestah TV 1. So if you're interested in esports in the Oceanic region, hit the follow button and we will keep you entertained. Yep, Max will carry. We're going to close off for the evening, and be sure to hit us up on YouTube. I will be posting the VODs of this game shortly, and you'll be able to watch all of the glory all over again. My name is Crisis. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good night.